on YouTube? The Apophis here, and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 2, yes, episode 2, ladies and gentlemen, of Wednesday's Words of Wisdom. This is a series where I take questions from you, my viewers and subscribers, and I answer them on air. And if I don't have questions from you, I offer you some kind of advice that involves life decisions in general. If you take episode 1 of Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, for example, I talked about people that might be considering joining the military, and I gave my thoughts and experiences on that in order to help them make a decision that best fits their lives. Episode 1 is not the point of this video, so let's get right into it. A subscriber of mine, who's going to remain anonymous, as will always be the case on Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, wrote to me with a girl problem. In his letter, he stated that there's this girl that he really likes. He doesn't know if she likes him. And the biggest thing is, he's afraid to make a move on it because he fears rejection. Okay? This kid is high school age, so that's broad enough that it's not really pinpointing him, but keeping it in the age perspective. Okay, so high school. Let's start with, does she like you? This is a very easy thing to figure out, believe it or not. The biggest indicator is going to be whether or not there's physical contact. And by physical contact, I don't mean she's hugging you and kissing you and this and that. Although hugs can be a good indicator. If she's the type of person that wants to give you a hug every day before you go home, good chance she likes you. If you guys are hanging out and she gives you the occasional shove that's kind of flirty, guess what? She likes you. If she touches your arm, guess what? She likes you. If she's texting you or calling you when you're at home just to chat, there's a good chance she likes you. The biggest caution that I can give you with this aspect of it, though, is do not confuse kindness. Sorry about the phone. Do not confuse kindness for her liking you. A lot of times girls are just friends with men, and you have to get used to that. However, I am a firm believer that it's almost impossible to be friends with somebody of the opposite sex if there is zero attraction. So if she's friends with you, there's a good chance she likes you. Now, if she's not friends with you and you don't really talk to her, you just like her, then the easy way to find out would be to ask her friends. This isn't the ideal situation. It's better if you approach her yourself. However, her friends are going to know who and who she doesn't like. So if you're really, really terrified to talk to her, that would be a way to go about it. That being said, let's get on to the fear of rejection side of this question. Let me ask you this. You're afraid to get rejected. Why? Why is my question to that. Look at what you have right now. You're single, at least I hope so. You're not talking to this girl in any way, shape, or form at this point unless she's your friend. And you want to change that. So if you approach her and you ask her about it, or you try to talk to her about it and she says no, what changes in your life? Probably nothing. If she's your friend and is a good friend, she's still gonna be your friend after that. If she's not your friend, you didn't lose anything. You have absolutely nothing to lose in this scenario, but everything that you want is what you have to gain. Because clearly you like her and you want a shot. So that's what you have to gain out of this whole scenario. So keep that in mind. Secondly, why? Why are we afraid? There's no reason to be afraid to be rejected. If she rejects you, it does not devalue you as a person. She could reject you for any number of reasons. Maybe she's got a boyfriend that you don't know about. Maybe her parents won't let her date and you don't know about it. Maybe she is lesbian and you don't know about it. So there's all these different factors that she could very well reject you for that don't even involve you. But the fact of the matter is, you're not going to find that out. Saving my life with a hailstorm. You're not going to find out what the issue is or the reason she rejected you, more than likely in any scenario. Okay, so just know that it might be you, but it just as easy as it could be you, it might not be you as much. Okay, so keep that in mind. If she does reject you, you're still badass. Keep that in mind. You aren't any less of a person. It doesn't devalue you, so don't let it screw your confidence up. The other thing, man, if you're always afraid to get rejected by women, you're never going to be with women. For every one yes, expect 5 rejections. It's okay. The more you get rejected, every no is one no closer to a yes. Keep that in mind. The more no's you get, the closer you get to a yes. Eventually, if you ask enough people, one of them is going to say yes. It's the law of large numbers, okay? So keep that in your head throughout this whole thing. I know when you're young, rejection can mean, oh man, like it really takes a toll on your confidence as a person. But don't let it, man. Don't let it. There could be any number of factors, and the more you get rejected, the better you're going to be at approaching women anyway. So don't take it to heart if you get rejected. All right? I say go for it. My advice to you in this situation, now that we've covered all of that, is go for it. Man up. Reach down in your pants. You've probably found a pair of balls. Grab them and man up. Go up to her and talk to her. As I said, man, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to be in the same spot that you're in today. You have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing. Just go talk to her. If she's a friend of yours, then you've already talked to her, so this is easy. Just ask her how she feels about the whole situation. If she's not a friend of yours, then just go up and ask her, or go up and tell her, hey, this is who I am. I've noticed you. I would like to take the opportunity, or I would like a chance to get to know you. Tell her that. If she rejects you with you being a kind individual, then she wasn't good for you anyway. What you don't want to do is go up to her and be like, hey baby, wanna fuck? That's not gonna get you anywhere. Okay, be a gentleman about it. And then if she does say yes, and you do get the opportunity, when you do go out with her or go to do something, be a gentleman the whole time. Open a door for her. You don't have to pull out her chair. That's kind of wore out. But if you want to take it to that extreme, do it. She's going to remember the little things that you did while you had the opportunity to take her out more than she's going to remember you stuttering because you're nervous, or more than she's going to remember the fact that you spilled a drink on your shirt because you missed your mouth because you were laughing about something, or anything like that. She's going to remember the kind things that you did that nobody else does, that she's gone out with, over the negative things that you might find on the date. So keep that in mind if you do get that opportunity. Confidence, kids. Men, women, boys, girls, children of all ages. Confidence is the key. If you're confident in yourself, other people are going to notice that. One of the things that people always tend to say to me is, wow, I can't believe how confident you are. I don't run around acting cocky. But when I talk, I don't mumble. I speak up and say what I have to say. When I walk, I don't look at the ground. I carry my head high. I look where I'm going. I have this sense of self-worth that I walk around with, and that sheds its light through as confidence. If you're afraid to be rejected, or if you're afraid of a possible outcome, an unknown outcome, you can't be confident, and that's going to affect this possible outcome for you. So don't fear the unknown. There's no sense in fearing the unknown. Go for it. Know in your mind that you are going to be the best boyfriend ever, or the best at work ever, or the best student ever, or whatever your situation is. Okay, keep in mind, if in your head you're telling yourself you're going to be the best ever, and you believe that you can do that, that's going to turn into confidence, and that confidence is going to manifest what you're telling yourself. You will be the best boyfriend ever if you have the confidence to do so. You will be the best student ever if you have the confidence in yourself to be a good student. You're going to be the best employee if you have the confidence in yourself to do that. It's all about what you want to take. Confidence is about the effort you put into things, okay? So don't not be confident. You have no reason to not be confident. And aside from that, man, you are young. You are still in high school. This girl, I'd be willing to bet there's some slim scenarios, but generally this girl is not going to be the girl you're going to marry. So even if she says yes, so don't worry about her rejecting you. You're probably not going to spend the rest of your life with her anyway. I know that sounds mean, but I'm just trying to be as down to earth and as real with you guys as I possibly can. You're young. Now, I might have to eat my words on that. And if I do, I will happily grab the spoon and fork, throw some steak sauce on them, and eat them. Because good for you if this girl ends up being the one and you find her that young and you guys have this amazing, fantastic relationship for the rest of your lives. Good for you, man. Great. I would be super stoked to hear that story and have it spit in my face. I really, truly would. But the reality is it's probably not going to work out that way. That doesn't mean don't try. Just don't put all your eggs in one basket. And it seems like that's what you're doing, and that's why you're scared. So go in it with confidence. Talk to her. Be a gentleman, and you're going to do okay. Don't fear the unknown. Really, really don't fear the unknown. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up episode 3 of episode 2, sorry, getting ahead of myself. Episode 2 of Wednesday's Words for Wisdom. I hope everybody got something out of this. Even if it's not a girl problem, you should have learned throughout this episode that confidence is going to get you farther in life, and not fearing the unknown is going to get you farther in life than being scared and not confident in yourself. So, to my sub and viewer that sent me the message, I hope I answered your question. If you have a follow-up, we can talk about it through YouTube inbox. If you want to be on Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, you need to send me an inbox message with the subject Wednesday's Words of Wisdom and write your questions in it. I'll be more than happy to answer them, and we'll see you all next week for episode 3 in this series. Thanks for stopping by. Alright guys, if you like this series, which I find it to be one of my favorite series that I do, aside from Titty Tuesday, which has got to be my favorite, and I think it's really just my favorite because the interaction I get to have with the women of the house and all of you guys. It's the collective thing. However, this is a very fun series for me. I really, really enjoy doing it. Okay, so if you really, really enjoy doing or listening to Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, please do me a gigantic favor and just share this video. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if I do care if you comment on it. If you want to subscribe, that's great. The button's there. But if you could share it, that would mean more to me than a simple like would. Okay, so keep that in mind. Also, if there's something you'd like to see if there's a direction you'd like to see the series take, drop it in the comments below. Also, lastly, feel free to put your advice to this scenario in the comments, because the more advice that this individual gets on his situation, the better off he is going to be. Okay? So, 2 videos on the screen. Click them if you haven't seen them. They open in a new window. And as always, everybody, follow me on Twitter. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And remember, confidence gets pussy.